So we can begin by coming into a comfortable seat, however that looks for you today. And feeling your body settling, giving yourself permission to shift and make adjustments as you move into your practice space. And you might let your hands rest softly on your knees or maybe down in your lap somewhere. And beginning to tune in to the sensation of breathing in your body as it is in this moment. Maybe letting your eyes gently close. Or finding a still spot somewhere on the ground a few feet in front of you and letting your eyes soften onto that spot. Just beginning to lengthen your breath slightly. You can start by counting your in-breath to 4. Pausing at the top of your breath. And then letting your out-breath move out to the count of 6. So I'd like this count to come from yourself so that it happens at the right moment. So I won't count out loud. I'll just breathe and I'll count to myself, and you can do the same. Counting into 4. Pausing when the breath feels full. And counting out to 6. Just letting this happen at your own pace. And you may notice as you're doing this slow breathing in and out, your shoulders begin to settle down away from your ears. Your knees and your hips begin to soften down toward the floor. And perhaps with one of these breaths, you can take your tongue up to the roof of the mouth, just behind your teeth. And then let it drop down with your exhale. Releasing the breath with that ha sound. Letting your jaw soften. Feeling the tension. Moving out of those spaces where it's so easily held. Just allowing the tension that comes with the emotions and feelings that are happening to drain down out of your body. And just taking a few breaths here, scanning through, noticing if there are any particular places that are holding extra tension today. And in your mind, granting them permission to release. It might be some of it, it might be all of it, it might be just a little bit. Just having that intention and that permission to let go. Good. Your next inhale can lift your heart up a little bit higher. Let your exhale drop the chin downward. Breathing into the back of the neck. Gentle stretch there. Just slowly inviting some movement into the head and the neck. Lifting over to one side with an inhale. Slowly drifting back down with your exhale. Moving over to the other side, just rolling side to side. Your range of motion might be less or more than mine. Just paying attention to what feels right to you. Knowing this is your own practice. It is unique to you. My invitations may or may not work for what you're feeling in this moment. So knowing it's just fine to make any adjustments that bring this into the right shape for your body. Things that will serve your needs right now. And it might feel good to let the movement travel down the spine, lifting and rounding, exploring the range of motion in the spine and the rib cage, down into the bowl of the hips. And breath continuing to flow smoothly. And maybe turning the body in the other direction now in circles or figure eights. Returning to your center, taking a few shoulder rolls, squeezing up, squeezing back. Deep, full breaths as you do this. Good. Letting your hands slide back behind the body. If your legs are crossed, stretching them out. Feeling the blood flowing back down to the ends of the legs, down into the toes and the feet. Lifting the heart up, maybe lifting your gaze up to the sky, opening your throat. If you'd like to cross your legs, you can bring them back in, changing so the opposite leg is in front. If you can remember, if not, no big deal. And letting the fingertips come down to the ground on either side of the hips, however you're sitting. And if you're in a chair, you can hold on to the bottom of the chair. Inhaling one arm over toward the ear. Taking a gentle stretch into the side of the neck. The fingers that are down on the ground reach downward as the head presses into the hand, feeling a release through this part of the neck and the shoulder. Deep breath. Good. Next breath in, lifting that arm, reaching out, let your fingers wake up, stretching out wide as they drift down. And then letting those fingertips reach down toward the floor. Next, inhale, lifting the other arm up and over, stretching the side of the neck. These fingertips reaching down, helping the shoulder to release. And then letting your exhale, relax the hips, relaxing the legs downward. And taking a deep breath here. Next, inhale, lifting that arm up, fingers stretch out wide, feeling sensation in the hand as it moves slowly down. Feeling the shoulder working, landing gently. Taking a deep breath, swirling it around your body. Any tension can flow down the arms, out the fingers. Shaking out any last drops, let it go. So we'll move to hands and knees now. I'm using a blanket because I like a little extra padding, so you can put one down underneath you if you like that too. Nice and smooth, no wrinkles under your knees. And then placing the hands onto your mat, or maybe the fists if you'd like a little more strength through the wrist joints. The shoulders and the elbows and the wrists in a nice straight line. Knees right below your hips. And gaze down at the ground so your head is in line with the rest of your spine. Just beginning to take some cat-cow breaths, bringing warmth into the body, lifting up as you inhale, extending back through the tailbone, and then rounding from the tailbone up to the crown of the head as you breathe out. Nice, slow, gentle movements, maybe not to your full range of motion just yet. Taking your time. Savoring the sensations in your body as it moves and breathes. Good. Letting your next inhale come back to your neutral spine. Exhale falls out the mouth. Good. And then if you would like, you can let your body move in any shape that feels good. Maybe your hips move side to side. Maybe you do barrel rolls with the torso. Maybe you come down into child's pose and take a little rest. Whatever your choice is, just know it's the right choice for you. You don't need to think about it. Just let your body move instinctively into whatever shape is the right one. Good. Taking 3 cleansing breaths as you move. Deep breath in through the nose when you feel ready. Exhaling out the mouth. 2 more. And letting your body come back to hands and knees, neutral spine. Taking a deep breath in when you're ready. Exhale, bringing the hips and the right arm back, sliding it back along the floor. As you breathe in, reaching up, reaching forward, big swimming stroke. Just letting your body move forward and back in this way. Generating some warmth. Exploring the textures around you, the feeling of the air on your fingers, the feeling of the different surfaces underneath you. And the feeling of the breath moving into your body, delivering fresh oxygen to your muscles. This next time as you come forward, bringing the arm underneath the body, letting your shoulder and the side of your face rest downward. If you'd like, you can keep your left forearm onto the ground, or you can wrap it around the back of your body if you'd like to deepen your twist even more. And just letting your exhale settle the top half of the body downward. No effort. Let everything soften. Good. Your next exhale can bring the left hand back down onto the ground. As you breathe in, reaching the right arm up to the sky. Give the fingers a little wiggle. And then let them fall down like raindrops, coming down to the ground. Slowly and gently. And We'll take one cat-cow breath here, coming back to center. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, coming back to your center. And letting the exhale go. Good. Taking another deep breath in when you're ready. Exhale, hips and left hand moving back, sliding back. Inhale, reaching forward. Feeling the left side ribs opening up. So much space for the breath. So much space for freshness and new energy coming in each inhale. Just noticing as the hand moves, what are the qualities of the textures? Smooth or rough, fuzzy or smooth. And as you come forward this next time, bringing the arm underneath the body, left shoulder inside of the face, resting downward. Right arm might rest on the ground or it might wrap around. And as you take these deep breaths, visualizing energy moving up and down your spine. Like a little glow, a ball of light, healing energy. You can move anywhere in your body. Good. Your next exhale can bring the right hand back down. Inhale, lifts you slowly up, reaching left arm up to the sky. And exhale, fingers wiggling, coming down like raindrops. Gently down. And taking one more cat-cow breath. Extending with your inhale, rounding with your exhale. Inhaling, coming back to your neutral spine. And then your exhale can bring you either into Anahatasana with the hips lifted, or you can bring the knees out wide, coming into child's pose, letting your hips sink down towards your heels. You might have your forehead resting on the floor, or maybe your chin, depending on whether you want to open the throat or massage the third eye center. If your forehead's on the ground, you might rock it gently side to side, giving yourself a little massage, stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system, letting your body know it's okay to relax and to rest here. If you'd like to deepen this stretch into the shoulders, you can interlace the fingers, bring them behind the head. From here, we'll tiptoe the fingers over to the left side, stacking the right hand on top. Take a deep breath in, letting it flow out. Making your way back over to the other side. Left hand stacking on top of the right now. Deep breath. Coming back to your center, rolling up with an inhale. Tucking the toes under, lifting hips to the sky with an exhale, walking the heels up and down, feeling the blood flowing back down to the ends of the legs. So nice. So you can come to your knees again and coming up to a high kneeling position here. You can see I've got the blanket underneath my knees. If you want to place a second one down, that might be nice for your knees. And bringing the hands onto the hips, just a little bit more weight, helping you to feel grounded in this shape. Inhale, lifts the heart, lifts the head. Exhale, releases shoulders. Good. We'll take the left leg out to the side first. And you might have a bend in your knee to help you feel more stable. Up to you. And feeling the hip scooping into the socket. Okay. So inhale here, lifting the arms up. Exhale, reaching out over your outstretched leg. Other arm could be in cactus if that feels better for your shoulder, or you can reach it out overhead. Bottom hand slides down the knee, or maybe just stays where it is. Feeling opening through the right side ribs. Deep breath. And then inhale, lifting up, bringing that right hand down, sweeping the new top arm into cactus. This helps to spin your heart toward the sky. And then you might reach out here, long stretch, pressing the toes of this outstretched leg foot down into the ground as you reach. Deep breath. Feel the ribs expanding as you breathe. Feel the belly softening as you exhale. Your next exhale can bring this top hand down and then walk your body forward. So you're coming into a kind of three-legged hands and knees. Your exhale can bring your hips back. Inhale brings your body forward, and now you have a choice here. If you'd like an extra challenge today, you can add a chaturanga push-up at the front, keeping the elbows hugged in, or if you just want to rock front and back, you could just do that. It's up to you what level of challenge you want to give yourself. Feeling all the muscles in the body working together as you move. Noticing where you feel sensation. This time, as you move forward back to your hands and knees, when the shoulders and elbows and wrists are in line again, you can take the back leg, lean it across over to the other side, and then look over your shoulder at that back foot. You'll feel a stretch through these side ribs now. Feeling that stretch deepening as you breathe and softening as you exhale. Good. Now another option, another set of choices here. You can bring that back knee down, taking the feet out wide, letting your body sit down into Gomukhasana. And this is a pose that can be supported with a block or a blanket. You can hold it up, set it underneath your bottom. If you've got hips that are on the tighter side like me, then this can be a good option. If this does not feel okay for your knees, another really good option for this stretch is just to roll down onto your back. It's the same shape, it just doesn't have the burden of gravity. So you can choose how intense you'd like that stretch to be by bringing the legs out wider, bringing the knees in closer, and not having to worry about balancing while you're doing it. So offering your body, offering your body whatever option is going to work for you. Letting it settle, giving some wiggles to help that process. Breathing into sensations. They might be more intense in the hips here. If you'd like to add a stretch to the arms and shoulders, you can bring them up in front of the body, and you'll take whatever leg is on the bottom, the opposite arm comes to the bottom. Bending the elbows, you might place the backs of the hands if you get better purchase this way, or you might wrap it around one more time, pressing the palms of the hands together. And then an inhale can lift the elbows up and press the hands away from the face. Good. As you breathe in, unwinding the arms if they're wrapped, lifting them up like wings. Exhale, letting them float gracefully down. Good. You can move your body forward, back to hands and knees, unwinding the legs if they've been crossed. And just taking a breath, feeling sensation in the hips. Your next breath can help your body to move or to rest in any shape that helps release the tension from that last challenge. Knowing that these things, these challenges and these rests come in waves. They come and they go, always changing. Breathing your way back to center, deep breath in. Let it fall out your mouth. Walking yourself back up to your high kneeling shape. Hands can come to rest on the hips, helping to ground your body downward. Feeling the connection between the knees, the shins, the tops of the feet, and the ground. Good. And we'll take the other leg out to the side now. It can be bent if that helps you feel more stable or straighter. Scooping the hip into the socket. Your inhale, bringing arms up overhead, reaching up high, even as the shoulders move down. And then an exhale can take the hand over the outstretched leg, sliding it down. Maybe you come into cactus here, maybe you reach out overhead. Breathing into those side ribs, feeling them opening, so much space. Next, inhale can bring you up and over. Sweeping the new top arm overhead, maybe into cactus first. Spin the heart up and then reaching out. That feels okay for your shoulder. Good. Next, exhale brings that hand down. Walking yourself forward into the three-legged hands and knees. And then just slowly, gently rocking your body, exhaling back, inhaling forward. Maybe you add a push-up here. Maybe you had enough of a challenge already and rocking back and forth suits you better. And just paying attention. This is your time to take care of you. This next time as you come forward, you You can bring the leg across and behind the body, looking over the shoulder at the back foot. Breathing into these side ribs now. And then your choice here, if you'd like to come into Gomukhasana with the knees crossed and seated, offering yourself whatever support helps your body be comfortable in this shape, or coming down onto your back. If you'd like to involve your arms in this pose, you can bring whichever leg is underneath the opposite arm, and then bending the elbows. Backs of the hands can come together with the fronts of the hands. Breathing deeply. Elbows can lift up with your inhale. As you exhale, hands pressing away from the face. Breathing in love. Breathing out peace. Good. Next inhale can lift the arms up, spreading them open. Exhale, floating down. And walking the hands forward, you can unwind the legs. Just taking a couple of breaths, noticing the sensation in your body. And then letting movement flow or rest, whatever your body needs. And then just slowly making your way into a restful pose. It might be child's pose. It might be Anahatasana with the hips lifted. Just letting the body settle into something that is soothing and restful for you. Perhaps allowing the breath to deepen again with that in counting to 4, pausing at the top, and counting the breath out to 6. Maybe the forehead rests down onto the ground, giving it a little massage again. Releasing the challenges, welcoming ease into the body. When you're ready, an inhale can help you to rise back up to hands and knees, tucking toes under. One more brief downward dog, stretching out the backs of your legs, lifting up, heels coming up and down. You can bring the knees back down, and then we'll come down onto our bellies. So if you have a blanket underneath, it might feel nice to take that away so that it's not lifting you up underneath. Letting the elbows come underneath the shoulders. Spreading fingers out wide. Shoulders moving back as the heart moves forward. And pressing the whole leg from the hips down to the toes into the ground. exhale can spread elbows wide, stacking the hands, letting the face rest to one side. You might bend your knees here and let your feet sway gently. And turning the face to the other side for a few breaths. You can turn to one side, letting one of your arms come to be a pillow for your head. The top arm can take hold of the top leg. And if this is too tricky, you might use a bathrobe or a belt, loop it around your foot, or even a towel. And you can kick the foot back into the hand, gently stretching through the quadricep. Just being mindful of sensation in the knee, not going past your comfort zone. Feeling the belly expanding and condensing with each breath. Okay, and you can release the leg now, letting the arm make circles. As small or as large as you'd like them. They could be really small like this, be really big like this. Moving in one shape, one direction, maybe changing to the other direction for a little bit. Breath flows smoothly. Letting the arm come down to rest. I'm going to switch sides in a different way, but you can just roll over to the other side. Letting the opposite arm become the pillow for your head. Top hand finding the top foot, the hand or a belt or a strap. And kicking the foot back into the hand. Breathing into the sensation in your muscles, in your joints. You get to decide how intense this stretch is going to be for you. Releasing that leg, letting it just relax. The arm can start to move slowly now in big circles or small circles. And it might be different on this side than it was on the other. Not always symmetrical. Maybe changing directions for a little bit here. Still breathing. You can roll onto your back now. Letting the knees bend. Soles of the feet resting on the ground just beyond your hips. Reaching the fingertips down toward the heels. You can roll your shoulder blades underneath the body. Lift your hips for a second so you can press your tailbone down. Lifting the toes, spreading them wide, making your feet nice and big. Nice, strong, solid foundation. Feeling the spine pressing down, the shoulder blades. Deep breath, filling the lungs. Exhale, releasing. Good. Next breath in, squeezing the knees together. Exhale, pressing the tailbone down. And then inhale, lifting up. Reaching up toward the sky with hips, belly, and heart, letting your chin move down toward the chest. Lengthening the back of the neck. Good. Your next exhale, rolling you down one vertebra at a time, feeling the whole back body pressing into the earth. Sliding hands to knees, bringing them in closer for a hug. Maybe rocking gently here. Letting hands slide to the feet. Giving them some squeezes here in Happy Baby. Knees move in toward arms. Tailbone and shoulders releasing down. And releasing feet, hands can slide back to knees. Right arm coming up into cactus, left arm helping the knees to move down to the side slowly. You can let your head gently rock. Next breath in, extra deep. Letting exhale empty you completely. Good. Inhale, bringing the knees back into the center, back into your chest. Giving them another rock, another hug, helping the hips get back to center. Maybe a toe comes down. And then other arm coming up into cactus. As you gently move the knees down to the other side for a twist. Maybe the head rocks gently. Inviting the body to settle. One more extra deep breath in when you feel ready. Exhale, letting it empty you completely. And then letting your body move into your most comfortable shape for relaxing. Maybe you're curled up today. Maybe you're lying on your back. Your arms could be resting with hands on your body, or they could be resting down at your sides. Maybe today you want that extra grounding sensation of lying on your tummy. And that can be a nice feeling for relaxing. Just taking whatever shape is going to work for you. And as you settle into this shape, doing that breath, counting 4 in, pausing at the top when you feel so full, and exhaling to 6 at your own pace. Feeling everything slowing down. And beginning to notice the sound of your breathing, letting go of the counting, just hearing the sound of your breath. Knowing this sound, this sensation, the breath moving in through the nostrils, flowing down throat, filling and emptying and releasing. These sounds and sensations arriving and departing. one breath at a time. And noticing other sounds that might be in your space. Maybe you hear your stomach gurgling, or a clock softly ticking, or a cat purring, or maybe something else. And just noticing the transient qualities of these sounds, just like all things. And allowing awareness to expand outside of the immediate space you're in. If you're in a building, maybe you hear the sounds outside that building, birds or vehicles passing. Hearing those arriving and fading away. Plenty of space to hear sounds. Knowing you can always come back to that sound of your breath. And the feeling of the support under your body. And the feeling of cloth and clothing against your skin. And the temperature of the air. And just giving yourself permission to let your awareness go in all directions at once. Everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And deep peace to you. Love and peace everywhere at once. And slowly beginning to deepen your breath. Feeling that fresh air spilling into the lungs, fresh energy flowing down into your body. Gently reawakening the physical body with small movements, the fingers and the toes, and feeling the temperature of the skin. And letting the hands and the wrists and the ankles begin to move. Letting the arms reach overhead if that would feel nice today. Be stretching to one side and to the other, taking your time. Any other stretches that your body would like. When you feel ready, letting your body just naturally curl up into that little seed shape. Protective shape from which so many beautiful forms of life grow. And then letting your arms help you to lift up into a comfortable seat. Maybe one more good morning stretch. So nice. And then bringing the hands to your heart, and feeling their warmth over the heart space. And giving yourself permission to feel joy for all of the good things in your life. And for your strength when you meet challenges. And for your softness when it's needed. So much gratitude. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.